You look a little bit like someone I saw who attended Woodstock.
Like a beatnik?
A beatnik? Like a dirty hippie?
Oh.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Austin Avenue, Clark Corner. Glad you're here. Gareth, Challen, Austin, we're here. You're here for a great show. How's everybody feeling? Welcome to week 8,000 of the quarantine, lockdown, whatever. I have no idea what phase we're in. I have no idea when I can go free. I have no idea what's next, but what I do know is we have each other. And the one thing I do need right about now is a little pep in my step. I need a little bit of coffee.
Ooh, that's my cue. We are continuing our theme of coffee of the people. And so we have a coffee. It's just kind of your standard. Get it to make. Wow, I did not leave very much for myself. Get it to make
Late in the daggum day.
Get it to make every day before you go to work, before you go to school, whatever you do.
Before you sit all day in front of the computer.
Community coffee brought to you by this big red container.
The Siraj family!
Which is one of the reasons why we've chosen this coffee, is because Austin has connections.
Young Matt Siraj's son was in my cabin 40 years ago. How you doing, Mr. Siraj? I miss you, Baker. Continue.
So it is not, once again, it's not anything classy in the sense that it doesn't come in bean form. It's pre-ground. Coffee of the people, once again. It's the description that it gives is: savor the richness of this expertly roasted coffee that is sure to satisfy you at any time of day. Perfectly blended, this medium roast delivers a rich, balanced cup of coffee. So, it pretty much is saying, this is fairly average. It's not super dark. It's not super light. We'll see what parts of the coffee we'll actually be able to taste the uniqueness of, as opposed to just like, this is a cup of coffee that I drink in the morning to wake up. Because that is kind of my experience with it. But let's see what we can actually
had it already?
Maybe. But let's see what we can get out of this.
Shall we cheers? I think we forgot to cheers last week.
That's
all right, 3, 2, 1.
It may be hot.
Oh, it's stronger than some other
I love it. I do.
Wow.
I do.
I intentionally made more because I've been making this coffee, like I said, all week. And I have not gotten it done well.
Amazing grace.
I have not done well brewing it throughout this week. But this is, I feel like it's more exactly what it's supposed to taste like in regards to brew. It is very strong, but it's not overly bitter. It is bitter, but it's not like, oh gosh, this is a ruined cup of coffee.
Then taste mine, because mine tastes bitter and ruined.
I mean, it's bitter, yes, but it's not too bitter that it loses its...
I like it. I like it rich. I don't taste very much acidity, which I like.
It's there.
Yeah, I've tasted a lot of acidity.
It's pretty strong.
It's
in
not
my view.
We've had some coffees here where the acidity is like on Sour Patch.
Yes, well, there's a difference between acidity and sourness. Sourness can come in when the coffee is brewed too quickly, I think.
Shall we vote? Simon Cowell, that is my voice. Oh, God. Horrible.
I would drink it, but I don't think it's going to be yes for me, just because I've been struggling with enjoying this coffee all week, so.
I will remember you. Challen?
Since we're admitting that we've had this coffee this week, I'd say it has been much better on previous days.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
This tastes burnt and just like very acidic in my opinion. Like the Kyle Edelman book, I am not a fan.
Well, from me, it is 100% a yes. I'm talking to you, Matt Siraj. I'm a fan. I like your brand. That's all I have to say. Bing, 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 bing. golden buzzer for community coffee.
I've already given my answer.
You said it might not be a yes or me.
Oh, no.
Okay.
That was a gentle no.
A gentle no. How nice. Challen.
Hard pass.
But fortunately, it got the golden buzzer.
So on to the next round.
Well, everybody, it is that time of show again where the strings of our hearts start blink, 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 blink. And we're starting before the walls of our emotional house just crash in. We need Dr. Gregory to come in with his just stability, his stable. We need Dr. Gregory to get in here with the load-bearing pieces of emotional stability that he has and just push up those walls. We need him to get him in here, and he's going to rebuild that house. He's going to build us into great people. So, Dr. Gregory.
Let's go.
That was quite an introduction.
Everyone's good?
Yes, I'm ready.
Dr. Gregory, there's something different about you today. Is this what have you whipped up in your physicist lab?
What are you talking about?
Well, I think you might be aging backwards, Dr. Gregory. You look so young.
How do you know?
It's just, there's something
I
about
am
you.
not Dr. Gregory. Noah is Dr. Gregory.
Here's the Dr. Gregory we know and love. Did you see someone else in the hall?
You mean my nephew?
Oh, your nephew. Well, he is the spitting image. The
resemblance.
spitting image. Very close nephew.
I'm wearing a tie.
I see, and you really do just look absolutely divine.
Is it the glasses?
It's many things, really. Today we have what you always have brought to us, what has helped us so many times. Your psychedelic, psychological physicist cards. Well, we do have the hippie in our midst. Joke from earlier in the show. Okay.
Are you generous or cheap with yourself?
Let it wash over you. Let it wash over you. For this, it depends. What I think of is two very distinct little things of where I'm both cheap and generous with myself. I would say I'm cheap with myself in the car, because just like my dear father has just created me, raised me to be, I never turn on the AC, and I'm always driving with the windows down, even when it's just hot as outside. The windows are down. I very rarely, I guess occasionally I'll turn on the air conditioning, but very rarely turn the air conditioning. So because I want to save the car and save gas, I guess, I don't even know why I do it anymore, but it's something that my father taught me to do, and so that is what I do. And so in that way, very cheap with myself. I would say when it comes to like face products, though, I do pamper myself, or skincare products, because I have a lot of I have some moisturizer and some strengthening stuff, and I put sunscreen on my face every day. So I guess in that way I pamper myself, but even or am generous with myself. But even in that, I get stuff from Walmart. It's not the high brand. So I'm guessing what I'm hearing overall, and even with my clothes too, I never buy brand new clothes. I buy a lot of clothes, or I did, but it's all secondhand. So I guess what this is telling me, Dr. Gregory, revelations being made, Austin cheapo with himself. But I don't think that's bad.
I think it's relative, and there could be people in different circumstances where even going to the store at all and buying clothes is a thing. So I think that's relative. I'd say if you buy things for yourself, that's not being cheap for yourself. Depends on how often.
For me, I think I can relate to Austin's first statement a lot, and not so much the revelation. I think that's what I would say my position is, because I have a tendency to sometimes I'm can't spend any money, and then sometimes it's all right, spend lots of money, or not lots of money. I've never had lots of money when other people talk about having lots of money. But lots of money for me. I like to use Paul's when he says, I know what it's like to have a lot. I know how to live with a lot. I know how to live with nothing. Not, I got rid of all my stuff when I had to a lot, so I could live with nothing. It's, you can do it healthily in both places. I think it depends on where your motivation is and why.
Yeah, makes sense. I would say in some things, in spending money on things over $100, I'm very wary of, and make sure that's a wise decision. In clothing and items like beauty or things like that, I'm pretty stick to my budget on. In food, like, I do say, oh, like, it's just one cup of coffee here and there. That was where I think I tend to spend more money or be generous with myself.
For me, not for you.
So.
Interesting. Sound off in the comments below. Where are you cheap or generous with yourself? I would really like to hear some feedback from the 3 people that watch these videos.
Hi, Grandma.
Grandma!
Hey, Grandma! Dr. Gregory, thank you for another... Oh, sorry. Did not mean to frighten. Dr. Gregory, I think you've brought us another... I think you've brought us another just enlightening segment with you today. As I've always said, you can be assured that you are able to walk away
weak.
strong. You can walk away strong. I gently encourage you to walk away strong. Don't hurt yourself.
Oh my gosh.
As always, we would like to leave you guys with a little word of encouragement as we send you out into another week of living in strange circumstances. And this week, Challen, my dear
Beatnik sister.
dear sister,
Beatnik isn't bad.
is going to bring us a word of encouragement. Challen, what do you got for us today?
Today, my word is steadfast. I was challenged a while ago by a friend was going through a hard time, and I asked how she could help out, and she said, just be persistent.
How you could
in
help
reaching
her.
out. Mm-hmm. And she said lots of people are going to be helping me right now, but they're going to fade out. So if you could just follow up with me later on, 2 weeks from now, which is true for so many things. Right now, there's a lot of turmoil in the world and a lot of people who are in need and hurting. And I feel like it'd be very easy to jump on the bandwagon and repost a lot of posts or protest or whatever it may be and really show your support for this movement all at once. And I think that's great for those who are showing it in a healthy and peaceful way. But what happens a month from now when things may be a little bit more resolved or the cities are more at peace, no more protest? I'd encourage people in general, whether it's with something socially that you are concerned about or personally in regards to helping a friend or something, be steadfast in pursuing that, because it's really easy to just give 99% all at once for like a week or something, and then just kind of fizzle out and go back to life as normal or whatever it may be. So the scripture that I feel that ties with that well is from James 1. James is it's in the New Testament in the Bible, and it's a very kind of practical book of the Bible. And one of the parts that I really love is it says, "Know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger, for the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God." And then it goes on, and later on, it says, "Be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man who intently looks at his natural face in the mirror. Then he looks at himself and goes away and at once forgets what he was like." Which I think is a really cool metaphor. But it's essentially saying, like, be doers. Don't just say you're going to do something. Don't just post a post about something you really care about or think you do and then not follow up. Or don't just text a friend and say, I'm praying for you, I'm thinking of you, I love you, and then not care for her, take her out to coffee a week later. I would encourage you guys to be steadfast, persevere in in helping and caring and loving people well, and be doers of the word, not just hearers or tweeters or Instagram posters, whatever
I'm
it
a
may
tweeter
be.
of the word. There are a lot of people like that.
Yeah, so that's what I have.
Thank you for the encouraging word. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Dr. Gregory. Thank you, little junior Gregory. And thank you, boys, men, and sirs, ladies, women, madames. Oh, I thought we agreed that we were not going to say that. The women folk out there who are watching, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Please comment. We would love to hear your responses as well. Stay strong. Our strength is in the Lord. Goodbye. See you next time on Clark Corner. My legs are so sweaty.